Hello everyone, have a nice day. This is group number 3. Today we would like to present about online education during pandemic bring negative impact. Before we start, let me introduce my team members. My team member is number 1, Jazli Zakwan binti AHMAD TAHA. Number 2, Muhammad FIRDAUS bin Abu Talib. Number 3, ASYIKIN binti Muhammad TAHIR. Number 4, NURUL of IDAH binti ZAKARIA. And lastly, ALYA binti BAHARUM. So, let's start!
Hello, my name is NURUL of IDAH binti ZAKARIA. Number matrix A20HP0211. Okay, I will start. As we know, every day most people know how to use Google Meet, Zoom, Webex, and so on. This is due to the occurrence of COVID-19 pandemic, which has been rampant over the past 2 years. So, did you want to know what is COVID-19? Let me explain. COVID-19 is a virus that can cause ductal infections, respirations that can cause death. David also had stated in one of his articles that COVID-19 is an illness caused by a novel coronavirus called Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome Coronavirus 2, which was first identified amid an outbreak of respiratory illness cases in Wuhan City, Hubei Province, China. The infection has scared almost the whole world, and the Malaysian government started the move by creating a large-scale quarantine in 2020. So, from this disease, communication applications become more popular because it is allow interaction between students and teachers and make it an online learning. This is one of the efforts of teachers to prevent students from dropping out of knowledge. But what does online learning mean? Online learning is an educational experience that has no physical boundary, allows for students to take part in classes point. We agree that education has had a negative impact on students as well as teachers.
Hi, my name is Muhammad FIRDAUS bin Abu Talib. My metric number is A20HP0109. Let's go. First thing first, for me, I strongly agree with the statement that online education brings negative impacts. This is because online education during pandemic becomes a complicated matter for parents to address their children's mental health. As we know, most students use technology such as laptop, personal computer, smartphone, tablet, and other devices to help them learn. According to JM Nagata 2020, effect of that majority students spends their time in front of screens. So excessive screen time is well known to be associated with poor sleep, sedentary habits, mental health problems, and physical health issues. According to Dr. Ching Wing Seng from Tun Hussein On National Eye Hospital, he said that seeing digital displays demands the eyes to do more effort than reading and writing traditional. And that if done for too long, it can cause blur and dry vision as well as irritation. Eye muscle can be disrupted by staring at the screen for too long, and appropriate rest is required to avoid more significant consequences such as poor sleep, sedentary habits, mental health concern, and physical health issue. Next, report by Secretary 2020, higher rates of depression and anxiety associated with the pandemic, and in one study, 14.5 of teenagers report post-traumatic stress disorder, where 14.4% report having a depression and anxiety. Students will endure pain such as headache, fever, and a weak body plus a large amount of work and assignment is delayed. They will get stressed, depressed, and possible to suicide.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ASYIKIN binti Muhammad TAHIR, and I would like to present for the next point. Next, online learning can also lead to the lack of social skills development in the student. This is because all of the students are not exposed to being part of the real life communication that basically happens in the face-to-face learning mode. So, to support this point, I found some research about this statement, which is, according to Catherine, students' necessary communication skills are not to be developed in online learning mode. Students might be afraid to be themselves in the online learning mode and shy to give their opinion in the class. This is because all of their friends will listen to what they are talking about and focus only on them. In addition, students might get overthink what will happen if they give a false answer to their teachers. Some of the students feel afraid and don't know how to socialize on the online learning platform because they cannot see their friend face and in the real life and do not know how their body language. So they become more afraid to communicating with their friends. Out of the concern, they will really worried if their friend will offended with what they are talking about. Because of this issue, students will become more quiet in the online learning classes, and it can lead to barrenness in the learning. As the result, students tend to do something that can entertain themselves despite of giving full attention and being focused in the online classes. This is due to they are more easily distracted by their environment. From my previous research, according to the Catherine, some of students may have some trouble to understand the concept of what they are learning through online learning because they have other distractions that bother them, such as media social, the environment. However, the lack of social skills also can lead to other problems such as mental health problems. This is because they feel like they do not have friends and they did not know how to mix and mingle with their social and environment.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NURUL binti BAHARUM. My matric number is A20HP0163. Okay, let me start. The last in part is the term of distance learning or online learning can be easily comprehended, but in reality is more complete. Why? As we know, when students have problem in his learning, they will find difficult to ask face to face because when talking to someone face to face, it will make so easier for someone to understand and can continue to ask if they do not understand at that time without having a wait long. But when a student need to learn from face to face to online learning, it will take a little time for student to adjust to their situation, and even it can affect their performance. As we know, this proof that online learning need to be strengthened more effectively in order to overcome the side effect that can affect the student perform. In addition, online learning can also have a great impact on a student with a weak and poor background, because this statement is supported by the Office for Civil Rights 2021, which is they say that the impact of online learning are more pronounced for students from lower socioeconomic and underrepresented background, as well as for academically weaker students, which is a population that may have been disproportionately affected by COVID-19 related health, economy, and child care challenges. Therefore, it's clear that online learning have a negative impact on such groups.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ASYIKIN binti Muhammad TAHIR and metric number is A20HP0169. Furthermore, online learning can help students to access their classes everywhere and anytime using their gadgets. In addition, students does not have to walk into their classes as usual during face-to-face learning mode, and it will save their energy and money on the transportation, and also students are allowed to take their classes everywhere, such as at their home, in the car, and also in the public areas. There are very good things because all of the students can access their classes without any excuses, and it will reduce the risk of students not attending classes because the class can be attended from any location as long as the area is within the internet coverage area. Moreover, the students get opportunities and specialties to watch the previous classes if they want to study, because online learning classes can be recorded by the teacher and lecturer as well. They can find notes such as slide presentation, PDF notes, audio and recording classes in their e-learning website. As the result, it can help students to make future references whenever they want, because the class recording is available for them to access anytime they want, and it can help students to learn more efficiently. However, online learning requires students to have high-speed internet at their home, which can cause difficulties if it is not available. A student's Wi-Fi and internet data could shut down unexpectedly and not allow them to turn in an assignment on their time or attend their class. Even though there are a number of technologies available for online education, but sometimes they create a lot of difficulties. These difficulties are problems associated with modern technology, basically from downloading errors, issue with installation, login problems, problem with audio and video, and so on.
The last counter argument is online education can acquire learning material online. It's because from World Economic Forum say that students return 25% to 60% more material when learning online compared to only 80% to 10% in a classroom. This is mostly due to the student being able to learn faster online, which is e-learning require 40% to 60% less time to learn than traditional classroom setting, because students can learn at their own place, going back and reading, skipping, and they can choose wherever they want to read. For example, the material study is in online education could be text, audio, video, and image. However, the method of study has a benefit and various drawback too.
For this statement, learning online will slow down comprehension, especially if the instructor does not provide good examples and explanation. This will make it difficult for students to better understand what is being taught. Scholar Yuval Noah Harari outlines how schools continue to focus on traditional academic skills and rote learning, rather than on skills such as critical thinking and adaptability, which will be more important for success in the future. At the conclusion part, we can conclude that there are a number of approaches to mitigate the negative effects of pandemic online learning. First, online tools like Kahoot, Google Jamboard, Canva, and others can be used to facilitate teaching and learning between students and teachers and build an active communication culture. Teachers must be equipped with learning tools that enable interactive learning to take place even online in order to increase the quality of student communication. Last but not least, parents play a crucial part in ensuring that students have a conducive learning environment with amenities like lighting, excellent ventilation, and technology, so they can continue studying without any interruption. Online education will undoubtedly require 1 to 6 hours every day. In a nutshell, parents have a duty to watch over their children's technological growth to prevent excessive screen time. Finally, in order to prevent mental health issues that can have harmful effects, every university and school must implement synchronous and asynchronous online learning. That's all from us. Thank you.